Have you ever wondered how scammers are finding new ways to trick seniors every single day? Exploiting their trust and good hearts with schemes that seem all too real. In this video, we're exposing 5 trending scams targeting older adults, each one more cunning than the last. From fake phone calls to sophisticated online traps, you need to watch until the very end because the final scam we reveal could be the most shocking of all. And knowing it might just save you or someone you love from devastating financial loss. Before we begin, I would appreciate it if you like this video. You can help me continue to spread the old age lesson. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like this video, please comment number 1. If you don't like it, comment number 0 to let me know so I can make a better video for you. Now, let's get started. Number 1, Tech Support Scam. One of the most rapidly growing and insidious scams targeting seniors today is the tech support scam. This deceptive scheme preys on individuals, particularly older adults, who may not be as tech-savvy as younger generations and may feel less confident navigating the complexities of modern technology. Scammers exploit this vulnerability using fear and urgency to manipulate their victims into making hasty decisions that can lead to significant financial and personal harm. The scam typically begins with an alarming trigger designed to catch you off guard. It might be an unexpected phone call from someone claiming to be a tech support representative, or a sudden pop-up message on your computer screen flashing dire warnings. These messages often claim that your computer has been infected with a dangerous virus, that your bank account has been compromised, or that your device is on the verge of a catastrophic failure unless you act immediately. The sense of urgency is the scammer's most powerful tool. When we're alarmed, our instinct is to trust whoever appears to offer a solution, especially when they present themselves as calm, professional, and knowledgeable. The individual on the other end of the call, or behind the pop-up message, often sounds highly credible. They may claim to work for a reputable company like Microsoft, Apple, or a well-known antivirus provider, using official-sounding jargon to bolster their legitimacy. They'll guide you through a seemingly legitimate process to fix the issue, often asking you to download software or grant them remote access to your computer. This step is where the real danger begins. Once scammers gain access to your device, they can view sensitive information, personal emails, saved passwords, banking details, and more. From there, the potential for harm is nearly limitless, ranging from identity theft to unauthorized financial transactions. In some cases, scammers take the deception further by charging for fictitious services. They might request a service fee for their supposed repairs, often demanding payment through untraceable methods like gift cards, cryptocurrency, or wire transfers. These payment methods are nearly impossible to recover, leaving victims with little recourse. What starts as a seemingly small fee, perhaps $50 or $100, can quickly escalate as scammers invent new problems that require additional payments. Over time, victims may lose hundreds or even thousands of dollars, with many seniors only realizing they've been deceived long after the money is gone. Consider the real-life example of Harold, a 78-year-old retiree, who was browsing the news on his laptop when a pop-up appeared, warning that his bank account had been hacked. The message urged him to call a toll-free number immediately. Alarmed, Harold dialed the number and spoke to a polite, professional-sounding man who claimed to be a technician from a well-known tech company. The scammer instructed Harold to download a program that allowed remote access to his computer. Within minutes, the scammer was moving files around, creating the illusion of fixing a non-existent problem. Harold was then told he needed to pay a $200 fee to secure his account. Trusting the urgency of the situation, Harold complied using a gift card as instructed. A week later, he discovered unauthorized withdrawals totaling over $1,500 from his bank account. Harold's story is a stark reminder that even cautious individuals can fall victim to these professional con artists. The emotional toll of such scams can be as devastating as the financial loss. Many seniors feel embarrassed or ashamed, hesitant to share their experiences out of fear of judgment. However, the key to combating these scams lies in recognizing their warning signs and spreading awareness. If you receive an unsolicited call or pop-up claiming your computer is at risk, pause and reflect. Legitimate companies like Microsoft or Apple do not contact customers out of the blue with such warnings, nor do they request immediate payment through unconventional methods like gift cards. If a pop-up urges you to call a number, close the window immediately using Alt plus F4 on a PC or Command plus W on a Mac, and run a scan with a trusted antivirus software you've installed yourself. Seniors who educate themselves about these scams can not only protect their own finances and personal information, but also become advocates for others. Sharing stories of attempted scams, whether successful or not, helps remove the stigma and empowers others to stay vigilant. Every conversation about these experiences is a step toward preventing another person from falling into the same trap. By staying informed, questioning unsolicited offers, and verifying claims through trusted channels, you can safeguard your financial security and maintain your peace of mind. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Number 2, Medicare and health insurance scam. Another rapidly spreading scam targeting seniors revolves around Medicare and health insurance, exploiting the critical importance of health care for older adults. These scams often begin with a phone call from someone posing as a representative from Medicare, Social Security, or a private health insurance provider. The caller may use official-sounding titles, reference specific programs, or even possess partial personal information like your Medicare number or Social Security number obtained through data breaches or other illicit means. This insider knowledge makes their pitch seem all the more convincing. The scammers' tactics are designed to prey on seniors' concerns about maintaining access to health care. They might claim you're eligible for new benefits such as free medical equipment, e.g., braces, glucose monitors, or wheelchairs, discounted prescription drugs, or a complimentary health screening. Alternatively, they may warn that your Medicare coverage is at risk of being cancelled unless you verify personal details immediately. The urgency of these claims is intentional, tapping into the fear of losing access to vital healthcare services. For seniors who rely on Medicare for medical expenses, this fear can override caution, making them more likely to comply without questioning. The ultimate goal of these scams is to steal sensitive information such as your Medicare number, Social Security number, or bank account details, or to enroll you in fraudulent services that generate hefty charges. These charges may appear on your Medicare account or be billed directly to you, often for equipment or services you neither requested nor received. In some cases, scammers use the stolen information to commit identity theft, opening new accounts or racking up medical claims in your name. Take the case of Margaret, an 81-year-old widow living on a fixed income. She received a call from someone claiming to be a Medicare representative, offering her a free diabetes monitor to help manage her condition. The caller already knew her name and address, which made the offer seem legitimate. All Margaret had to do was confirm her Medicare number and date of birth. Eager to take advantage of what seemed like a valuable benefit, she provided the information. Within days, packages of unrequested medical supplies began arriving at her doorstep, and her Medicare account was billed thousands of dollars for items she never ordered or needed. By the time Margaret realized she'd been scammed, the damage was extensive, requiring months of effort to dispute the fraudulent charges. These scams are particularly effective because they exploit trust in authority figures and institutions. Seniors, who often grew up in an era when government agencies were seen as inherently trustworthy, may feel inclined to cooperate with someone claiming to represent Medicare. Additionally, the promise of free or low-cost health care is especially tempting for those managing chronic conditions or multiple prescriptions where costs can add up quickly. Scammers craft their language to sound official and reassuring, lowering victims' defenses and encouraging them to act without hesitation. To protect yourself, remember this critical fact: Medicare and legitimate health insurance providers will never contact you unsolicited to request personal information or pressure you into immediate action. They do not call to verify account details, threaten to cancel your coverage, or offer free equipment without a documented medical need. If you receive such a call, hang up immediately. To verify any concerns about your benefits, use the official Medicare contact number 1-800 Medicare printed on your card, or visit the official website at medicare.gov. Never trust contact information provided by an unsolicited caller or email. Number 3. Online shopping and delivery scams. The rise of online shopping has brought unprecedented convenience, especially for seniors who may face mobility challenges or prefer the ease of ordering from home. However, this convenience has also opened the door to a new wave of scams that exploit the trust and excitement associated with online purchases. These scams, which include fake websites, deceptive advertisements, and fraudulent delivery notices, are spreading rapidly and are designed to steal money, personal information, or both. Online shopping scams often start with an enticing offer that seems too good to be true. You might come across an advertisement on social media, an email, or a search engine promoting a product you've been wanting, perhaps clothing, electronics, or home goods, at a steep discount. Clicking the link takes you to a professional-look website, complete with high-quality images, glowing customer reviews, and a secure checkout page with a lock icon. However, after placing your order and entering your payment information, the product never arrives. In some cases, the website disappears entirely, and the scammers now have your credit card details, billing address, and other personal information. Another common variation is the delivery scam, where you receive a text message or email claiming that a package delivery has failed or requires additional action to complete. The message might say, "Your package could not be delivered due to an incorrect address. Click here to reschedule delivery." These messages often appear to come from well-known shipping companies like FedEx, UPS, or Amazon, complete with official logos and branding. However, clicking the link directs you to a fraudulent website designed to capture your personal information or install malware on your device, which can further compromise your data or lock you out of your computer. Consider the experience of Robert, a 72-year-old retiree with a passion for gardening. While browsing online, he stumbled upon a website advertising high-quality gardening tools at half the price of his local hardware store. The site was polished, featuring detailed product descriptions, vibrant photos, and dozens of 5-star reviews. Excited by the deal, Robert placed an order for $150 worth of tools. Weeks passed with no delivery, and when he tried to contact customer service, the phone number was disconnected and the email address bounced back. To make matters worse, Robert later discovered unauthorized charges on his credit card totaling over $800. The website had been a front for scammers who used his payment information to make fraudulent purchases. Delivery scams are equally dangerous because they exploit the anticipation of receiving a package. Seniors who regularly order prescriptions, gifts from family, or household essentials may be particularly susceptible. The urgency of a message claiming a delivery issue can prompt immediate action, especially if you're expecting something important. Scammers rely on this emotional pull, designing their messages to bypass your critical thinking and encourage you to click before verifying the source. To stay safe, treat online interactions with the same caution you'd apply to a stranger at your door. If a deal seems too good to be true, it probably is. Before making a purchase, verify the website's legitimacy by checking for reviews on trusted platforms, ensuring the URL begins with https:// and confirming contact information. For delivery notices, never click links in unsolicited texts or emails. Instead, track your package directly through the official website of the retailer or shipping company using tracking numbers from your original order confirmation. By staying vigilant and double-checking before you act, you can enjoy the benefits of online shopping without falling prey to these scams. Share these tips with friends and family to create a network of informed consumers who can shop confidently and securely. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 3 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Number 4, the romance and companionship scam. Among the most emotionally devastating scams targeting seniors are romance and companionship scams, which exploit the universal human desire for connection and affection. These schemes are particularly cruel because they prey on feelings of loneliness, a common experience for many older adults, especially those who have lost a spouse or live far from family. Scammers manipulate this vulnerability, using flattery, feigned affection, and carefully crafted stories to build trust over time, only to betray their victims for financial gain. The scam typically begins with an unsolicited message on a social media platform, an online dating site, or even through email or text. The scammer presents themselves as a warm, attentive, and empathetic individual, often tailoring their persona to appeal to their target. They may claim to be a widower, a retired professional, or someone with shared interests such as a love for gardening, travel, or classic literature. Early conversations feel genuine, filled with kind words, thoughtful questions, and an eagerness to listen. The scammer may share photos, send small gifts, or even call regularly to deepen the connection, creating the illusion of a meaningful relationship. Over weeks or months, this slow-building trust becomes the foundation for the scam. Once the victim feels emotionally invested, the scammer introduces a sob story designed to evoke sympathy. They might claim to be stranded overseas due to a delayed business deal, facing a medical emergency, or struggling to support a family member in crisis. These stories are carefully crafted to tug at the heartstrings. And because the scammer has spent time fostering a sense of intimacy, the victim often feels compelled to help. Requests for money may start small, a few hundred for a plane ticket or a medical bill, but escalate over time as the scammer invents new crises. Victims may send money repeatedly, believing they are supporting someone who genuinely cares for them. Consider the heartbreaking case of Eleanor, a 74-year-old widow from a small town. After losing her husband of 50 years, Eleanor joined a social media group to connect with friends and share memories. She soon received a message from a man claiming to be a retired military officer stationed abroad. He was charming, attentive, and seemed to understand her grief, sharing stories of his own loss. Over 2 months, they exchanged daily messages, and Eleanor began to feel a renewed sense of companionship. Then, the man claimed he was stranded in a foreign country, unable to access his bank account due to a bureaucratic mix-up. He asked Eleanor for $500 to cover travel expenses, promising to repay her once he returned home. Trusting their bond, Eleanor wired the money. Over the next few weeks, the requests grew: $1,100 for a medical procedure, $2,000 for legal fees, until Eleanor had sent over $10,000. When the man stopped responding, Eleanor realized she had been deceived, leaving her not only financially drained but also emotionally shattered. The cruelty of romance scams lies in their dual impact. They rob victims of their money and erode their trust in others. Many seniors feel profound shame and embarrassment, reluctant to share their experience with family or friends for fear of judgment. This isolation can deepen the emotional toll, making it harder for victims to seek support or open their hearts to genuine relationships in the future. In some cases, victims may even continue to believe in the scammer's affection, hoping the relationship can be salvaged despite the red flags. Protecting yourself starts with recognizing the warning signs. Be cautious of anyone who initiates contact online and expresses strong feelings or affection too quickly, especially if you've never met in person. Scammers often have excuses for avoiding face-to-face meetings, claiming they're overseas, working on a remote project, or dealing with personal issues. Be skeptical of any request for money, no matter how compelling the story or how small the amount. Legitimate romantic partners or friends do not ask for financial help early in a relationship, particularly through untraceable methods like wire transfers, gift cards, or cryptocurrency. To stay safe, consider these practical steps: verify their identity. Use reverse image searches to check if profile photos are stolen from elsewhere online. Ask specific questions about their background and cross-reference their answers with public information. Set boundaries. Avoid sharing personal details such as your address or financial information with someone you haven't met in person. Consult trusted loved ones. Share details of new online relationships with family or friends for an outside perspective. Scammers often discourage this, urging secrecy to maintain control. Use secure platforms. Stick to reputable dating sites with strong safety protocols and report suspicious profiles immediately. By staying informed and cautious, seniors can continue to seek meaningful connections online without falling victim to these heartless scams. Sharing your knowledge and experiences, whether you've been targeted or not, can empower others to recognize and avoid these schemes. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 4 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Number 5, Investment and Prize Scam. One of the oldest yet persistently effective scams targeting seniors is the investment and prize scam, a scheme that preys on hopes for financial security or a stroke of luck. These scams come in many forms, but share a common promise: the chance to gain significant wealth or rewards with minimal effort. Seniors are particularly vulnerable because many are focused on preserving their retirement savings or leaving a legacy for their families, noble goals that scammers exploit with ruthless precision. Investment scams often begin with an unsolicited phone call, email, or online advertisement touting a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. The pitch might involve a supposedly exclusive stock, a real estate deal in a booming market, a cryptocurrency venture, or a high-yield bond that promises guaranteed returns far above market averages. The scammer's language is urgent and persuasive, emphasizing that the opportunity is time-sensitive, and available only to a select few. They may claim to have insider knowledge or cite endorsements from supposed experts to lend credibility. In reality, these investments are either non-existent or worthless, designed to siphon money directly into the scammer's pockets. Prize scams operate similarly, playing on the excitement of winning something valuable. Victims might receive a call, letter, or email claiming they've won a lottery, sweepstakes, luxury vacation, or cash prize. The notification often feels official, complete with logos, fine print, or even a claim number to make it seem legitimate. However, there's always a catch. To collect the prize, you must pay upfront fees for taxes, processing, or shipping. These fees, often requested via wire transfer or gift cards, are the scammer's true objective. Once paid, the prize never materializes and the scammer disappears. Take the example of Frank, a 69-year-old grandfather who enjoyed the occasional lottery ticket as a small indulgence. One day, he received a call from a polished-sounding individual who claimed Frank had won a $500,000 international lottery. The caller provided a badge number, a reference code, and even offered to send official documents by mail. All Frank needed to do was send $3,000 to cover international tax fees to claim his winnings. Excited by the prospect of a windfall, Frank wired the money as instructed. Weeks later, no prize arrived, and the phone number he'd been given was disconnected. Devastated, Frank realized he'd lost not only his money, but also the hope of using the winnings to help his grandchildren with college expenses. These scams are so effective because they manipulate powerful emotions, hope for a financial breakthrough and fear of missing out on a rare opportunity. Scammers create artificial urgency, pressuring victims to act quickly without consulting others. They may say, "This deal is only available for the next 24 hours, or, "Don't tell anyone until it's finalized," to avoid jeopardizing the offer. This isolation tactic is deliberate, as discussing the opportunity with a trusted family member, friend, or financial advisor often exposes the scam's flaws. The reality is that legitimate investments always carry some level of risk, and no credible opportunity guarantees outsized returns without it. Similarly, authentic lotteries and contests never require winners to pay fees up front to claim their prizes. To protect yourself, follow these guidelines. Pause and verify. If an offer sounds too good to be true, it likely is. Take time to research the company or contest independently using trusted sources like the Better Business Bureau or official government websites. Consult professionals before investing. Speak with a licensed financial advisor or banker. For prize claims, contact the organization directly using verified contact information, not details provided by the caller or email. Reject pressure tactics. Legitimate opportunities don't vanish if you take time to think. Be wary of anyone who insists on immediate action or secrecy. Avoid untraceable payments. Never send money via wire transfers, gift cards, or cryptocurrency for investments or prizes, as these methods are nearly impossible to recover. By recognizing these red flags and taking a cautious approach, you can protect your financial security and avoid the emotional devastation of being scammed. Sharing this knowledge with your community through senior centers, family gatherings, or online groups can amplify its impact, helping others stay safe. Awareness and skepticism are your greatest allies in preserving your dignity, peace of mind, and hard-earned savings. As we wrap up this video, take a moment to reflect on the 5 scams we've uncovered together: tech support, health insurance, online shopping, romance, and investment scams. Each one a reminder of how cunning criminals can be, but also how powerful knowledge is in protecting yourself. Awareness is your shield, keeping your money, identity, and peace of mind safe. I'd love to hear from you. What's one thing you've learned today that you'll put into practice to stay safe? Please share it in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, please leave your comment below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Your support helps us keep creating content to inform and empower you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.